Okay. Excuse me. I just need to make sure this is still gonna work. Okay, good. It counts as windowed full screen. That means my app will still work. Now I'm going to start the ad break. And perfect. Welcome to episode 1 of The Curse of the Golden Idol. If you are watching this on the video on demand, either on Twitch or on YouTube, you can go ahead and skip to about 2 minutes and 45 seconds ahead. 2 minutes. I usually do this little preamble at the start of every video because I want to get these 3 minutes of forced ads out of the way so that people don't have the pre-rolls as they join, and they can just enjoy the stream as long as possible. I'm not super concerned about the ad revenue, I just want you guys to have a good time. So, a little bit of backstory about this for if you're watching on either of those video on demand services, and I've forgotten to delete this. This was a crowd-funded game for my channel. We managed it with bits and subscribers. So hooray, thank you guys for supporting. I appreciate that. Everybody that donated to it, you're awesome. We do, however, need a new goal for a game to play on stream. I'm leaning toward Riven myself, but again, even if we don't have those sub goals, I will be most likely picking it up during the next Steam sale. This is just for if you want me to play it early. So if anyone watching on the VOD has an idea of what I should play, please do either leave it in the comment section below the video on YouTube, or if you prefer, you can join my public Discord. It's available in the bio of both Twitch and YouTube. You can jump in, leave me a message there. There's whole suggestion channels. You can see what I have available to play next and vote on that. Totally up to you. This is replacing King's Quest for now. We'll get back to King's Quest later. This is going to fill that time slot in the afternoon. If you would like to come and join me, I would love to have you here. It's going to be a completely blind playthrough of this game, but you're welcome at any time. And this morning's stream was actually pretty chaotic and a lot of fun, and I hope you're able to come join in with said fun. Let's see, anything else? Oh, if you're on YouTube, please do subscribe. It would help me out a lot if you do. If you like this kind of long-form content, that's just the re-uploaded live streams in case you missed something. And if not, I appreciate you being here to check it out anyway, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Now we'll be back to the main chat in 8 seconds. So once again, thank you for joining. And with that, back to chat proper. Thank you very much for joining, fellows. I'm glad you were so excited for it. Hello, Conop. Hello, Waylord. Thank you for being here. Now, if you were not privy to the intro roll because of ads, I am doing this completely blind. This game is on suggestion from Waylord and Conop. Waylord specifically has really been wanting me to play. I have no idea what it's about, aside from detective reasoning and slightly unnerving graphics. So, we're going to have some fun. You're welcome to think along with me if you don't have... Or if you haven't beaten this game before and you're watching with me. But if you have played it, please don't spoil anything. I do want to do the puzzles myself. I welcome like-minded deductions, though. Alright, let's jump into it. Chapter 1. I guess I can just left click, okay. Study the environment to infer what's happened. I'll do my best. You know, sometimes they struggle, Conop. Hiya, Grim. Welcome back. Important information can be gathered from documents. Okay. Gather phrases from evidence and documents. Oh, I did not. Let me check real quick. They're somehow considered as two distinct games, so they don't share save. Okay, that's fine. I didn't launch the original game. I asked you before I did that. The desktop shortcut always launched the original game and not the redo. That's fine. I launch it from Steam. Yeah, okay. Thank you for the tips. I appreciate that. Let's see. Thankfully, Steam doesn't force me into either mode when I select it. It gives me the option, so I'll just remember to go into redo. Assign gathered phrases to the correct slots in the thinking panels. Hold on. Investigate with the magnifying glass. Thinking panels are in the book. That looks like a map. Okay. Complete the scroll to finish the scenario. Albert something pushed blank blank from a cliff in the Bay of Ruins on Monkey Paw Island. So, Monkey Paw Island isn't the... Oh no, Monkey Island. The Curse of Monkey Island was that old game. Anyway, filling additional panels is optional, but will help you solve the main scroll. Okay, I'm not sure which one that would be. But it seems vaguely like a more deductive reasoning version of Clue so far. Take your time to study the environment carefully. Focus on the evidence before you, even when facing great challenges. There's no need for guesswork. I like that. Can access hints if you get stuck? No, I can't. Hints are lame. I don't want them. Okay. So I want to look at this first. Just a bunch of blanks. Blank, blank, push blank, blank, from a cliff in the blank, a blank on Monkey Paw Island. Okay. And what's this? Oh, those are the possibles. Okay. I need to... I need audio. Where... I'll look at it later, I guess. What's this? A scalpel? Albert Cloudsley. Oberon Geller. Okay, I get that. And I guess I don't need to double click those because they're already added. That's fine. Any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Okay. Horn of Thumb. Horn of Finger. Ruins of Xenopolis. Bay of Shadows. And then what's this? Medicine bottle. Okay. Is there no way to adjust the audio here? I'm gonna see if I can adjust this audio. I think that's gonna be important first. Effects volume, there we go. That's a little better. The clicking was so loud. Oh good, it autosaves. What's this? I knew you were plotting, you snake. Pipe. A dagger. It's the same contract. He's obviously Albert Cloudsley, and the other one is Oberon Geller. I guess I just have to click all of these to make sure. Okay. And then what's this? A tobacco pouch and a pipe cleaner. 2 bags filled with coins and gems. medical instruments and some medicine, and a golden statue with a red stone and a bag filled with coins and gems. So I think somebody is already in violation of the contract. Oberon Geller is the doctor, and he has rights to any golden statues. Oh, and 1/3 of all valuables. So it looks like he took a little bit more than he was supposed to. Okay, so where are we now? Camp in... The Horn of Thumb should be out here, which I'm guessing are these two islands, which means this must be the Bay of Shadows. Really? Okay. Not that. So then maybe that is Horn of Thumb? Okay. Which is odd, because we're standing here and we can see two islands in the distance, which I assumed was the Horn of Thumb. Unless it's not referring to the islands themselves as the horn, but this piece here. Okay. So that solved that clue, I guess. This guy would be Oberon Geller. And this guy would be Albert Cloudsley. Which means Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the Horn of Thumb on Monkey Paw Island. An abrupt termination of contract. The first case solved. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner suddenly pushed him off the cliff. Okay. Was that supposed to take longer, or are you just being facetious? I don't think staying and exploring anything is required. Yes? No? Looks fine? Okay. Okay, good. Just making sure. I was like, I didn't think the first one was supposed to be that hard. Complications in the family. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. Horsey. Okay, so painted jacket. What's this? Oh. Okay. Don't need that at the moment. Let's look at the body. A ring with a ruby. The man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. Okay. I could kind of gather that from the massive head wound and the lack of breath. Henry Clover, lead poisoning. Not sure why I need those clues, but okay. What's this? This clue's been added to the thinking panel. Okay, I think I get what this is going to be. Tall, rickety ladder. Woodshire, Crow Tower, Blackfield. August 23rd. Is that today? Must be. Okay. Spontaneous combustion. Sebastian Cloudsley. August 22nd. So this was yesterday. Dining attire. Hunting attire. Researching attire. Dining attire. So he was alive until at least 10:30 last night. This is dining attire. This must be researching, which means this is hunting attire. So why is he laying in his bed in hunting attire? And especially with the trail of blood leading up to his head. It's a good question. Now let's look out here. A horse running in the yard. A yacht slowly floating in the river. And for some reason, a golden idol. Okay. Sebastian Cloudsley. Lord of... Where was he? The map was up here? No. Here. Blackfield, because there is a river in the background. Lord of Blackfield. The cause of death was a head wound, which occurred when he fell from a, I'm guessing from the ladder. While he was researching. But he was in his hunting attire, so that might be different. Yeah. And the horse is running free, it's not tied up, so it must have been from a horse while he was hunting. There we go. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. That was achievement number 2. While the Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. Okay. Back to scenario. Hey, now, welcome back. Okay, cool. Cool. I guess we'll do this one. I am apparently doing the tutorial of this reason and deduction game. Complications in the family, the dramatic departure of an outsider. Spare me, devil, I was simply following orders. Astonishing Monkey Man, property of Pear Brothers. A knife, okay. Bro is literally cooked. And literally in the literal sense, not the figurative sense of literal, which doesn't make any sense. I could, but it's too hot a topic for me. A scorched horsebrush and a scorched knife. Okay. What the blazes? Nice. August Jockey Club Derby, Race 3, Raging Sultan 35 pounds. Okay. If it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. Spontaneous combustion. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. The sacred glyphs for combustion on the idol. Okay. Ring with the ruby. Oh, so this is the progression of the idol. Okay. 1 pound, 2 shillings, and 2 pence. Okay, okay. So this is actually interesting, and I want to go back and check this real quick. So if I go back to the scenario selection, this guy is Albert Cloudsley, right? Yeah, okay, so Albert Cloudsley is the same guy that wound up dead here. This is Albert Cloudsley. No, this is Sebastian Cloudsley. So this might have been further in the future then. Maybe a descendant of Albert Cloudsley. Okay. Return to scenario selection. And then this guy has the ruby ring that Sebastian Cloudsley had by his head, as well as the golden idol that was present in the mansion. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. Saddlebag. EC. Everybody has a dagger. Adam and James. So just James and Adam. I don't know what day it is, though. Oh, wait, I might. Hey, that's a funny little drawing thingy. Funny statue.
Yes, quite. Unexpected turn of events.
You nerd. I don't often get to say that about other people. An embroidered handkerchief. 3 pounds, 3 shillings. Edmund. It has reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you, David Gran. He's an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents, and I'm sure you'll find him very useful. So before I keep looking at him... Not that one. Is this the coachman? Okay, so EC is probably Edmund, which would be this guy. Edmund Cloudsley. Alright, thank you for joining. I appreciate you stopping by while you could, and have a good day. Enjoy your time with your friends. I'll see you tomorrow. Edmund Cloudsley, so this is again... Oh, okay. So Edmund Cloudsley is this guy. He's the another descendant with the idol. Also, this is Monday. Let me look at this real quick. So horsebrush. It can't be... Oh, yes. Okay, so that must be James. Suddenly James... Not sure what his last name is, right? Because David Gran is that guy. Okay. Who had the ticket here? August, Raging Sultan. Okay. A little bit more information in here. Fat Lord! Pair twins. So the twins... Oh, A and J are twins. Which means that Adam and James have the same last name. David Garan is different. Okay, that's the dude over here. But they might be pair, then? Do I have pair as a word? I do, okay. So then James Pair died from spontaneous combustion. Okay. What do we have here? Batley, Cloudsley, Cuber. So Batley's the crest over this door. That means this is the House of Batley. He can be so bad here sometimes. Shamal Bat Basim Hassana Batisi. Fan, okay. This person loves Indian relics. Guitar blades, okay. Nicholas Maker, attorney. A ring with the... Why do you have the ring with the ruby too? I don't know. Reading the last will and testament of Sebastian Cloudsley. Okay. Edmund Cloudsley is his oldest son then. And a cousin would be like an aunt's child, but we don't know who the aunt is, so that doesn't have any particular information there. Right, because this would be a nephew, and all four of these inheritors are present. So Edmund Cloudsley is out there, Rose Cubert, Beatrix Batley. What's this? Aphorisms by Sebastian Cloudsley. How to be happy. How to be inspired. Scared. Willard Wright. Rose Cubert. I feel left for the colonies, therefore I bequeath you my savings. Publish. Okay. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Therefore I bequeath to you the notes from the research I have undertaken on astronomy. My late sister, financial troubles. I bequeath to you a compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life which you so clearly lack. Wait, which one was that? To his late sister. Oh. Your mother disclosed your financial troubles. I bequeathed you the golden idol of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. Peter Batley. Frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet to date the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible. We will be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at £255. Sebastian Cloudsley. Nominate and appoint Nicholas Maker as the executor of my last will and testament. Brother Edmund. Okay. Oh, that's nice. They've already been put together. Rather than trying to stitch it in my brain. Alright. The identities are not filled in. Okay. Let's go out here then. So this guy and this guy are the Pear brothers. Adam and James. And I think James is the one, since it's Monday, who is currently on fire. So let's establish that. James Pear. And then he is Adam Pear. Who's this guy? I think. Unless... maybe not. Because this is property of the Pear brothers, right? So maybe he's the other Pear. This guy has a saddlebag. Oh, this is the coachman. Okay, I got that wrong. So this one is Adam Pear. And this one is Garan. David Garan, I think. He had this message. David Garan, yep. And you are Edmund Cloudsley. Edmund Cloudsley. The fellow who is in here is the attorney, Nicholas Maker. Nicholas Maker. And then, where was that document? This one. Okay. So, Edmund Cloudsley is the brother of Sebastian Cloudsley. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. So, Sebastian Cloudsley is the guy that we just saw who is dead from falling off his horse. Beatrix Batley, Rose Kubert. Oldest, married. Now there was in here my late sister. Peter Batley is in severe debt. Dear Brother Edmund. Assuming this is in the correct order, because it kind of looks like it. I'm going to assume that this is Edmund Cloudsley. Because that was here. Which leaves the other three as Rose Cubert, Beatrix Batley. Because they got married. They are sisters, but they got married. And Beatrix Batley is the one that's probably broke. Because her son is in debt and she has the one with the Book of Aphorisms. So Beatrix Batley is here. Beatrix. Where is Beatrix? Is that not right? Where is Beatrix? Huh. I can't select her name, so maybe she's just not here and I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, because these four that are circled are the inheritors. Okay. Which means that his late sister, your mother. So Peter? Was it Peter? Peter Batley. Okay. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than politics. Therefore, I bequeath to you the notes from the research I've undertaken on astronomy. Did anyone have astronomy notes on them? Not necessarily. This is the Batley home, which is why all of this stuff is here. Complete with the shredded will and the debt. Now, did anyone else have tremendous gambling debt? There were two people with... Here we go. The horse betting in their pockets. Which means this guy is probably Peter Batley. Because it's left over by the letter. He's in deep for the loans. This guy's Peter Batley. And that must be his mother. I think. Where is... That's Beatrix Batley. Oh no, that must be Rose Cubert then. Because she's the only other one that's actually important. So Rose Cubert. Which leaves this guy as the associate. Which was Willard Wright? Willard Wright. Okay. Good. Got those nailed. And that means the guy with the statue, this one, is Willard Wright, the associate. And since there were only 4 people mentioned, that means Rose Kubert is the last one. No, okay. Well, she left for the colonies. So maybe it's these two. There we go. Rose Kubert left for the colonies because she had all of the Indian stuff in her pockets. Okay. Which is weird because he didn't have the astronomy notes there. That's fine. I think that's enough to solve it then. So, Albert Cloudsley's will. This one's easy. Or sorry, Sebastian Cloudsley, I think. Where is he? Sebastian Cloudsley. That's true. That's true. Yep. Sebastian Cloudsley. Okay. I mean, regardless, I figured the other one out, so that by process of elimination, he was the only one it could have been. So, thankfully, that was simple enough. Sebastian Cloudsley's will. Yeah, thankfully enough. Oh, wait, this is James Pear, I think. No, James Pear is spontaneously combusted. Okay. So somebody was upset to receive. So he took the idol. Maybe? Hold on. No, that's wrong. Okay, so somebody was upset. And it must have been someone who didn't receive much in the will. Peter Batley received, what did he get? The aphorisms. So Peter Batley is up here. Batley was upset to receive aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudsley's will and ordered. There must be 2 people. He's Batley. Oh, okay. So he ordered James Pear and Adam Pear to take the idol from, what's his name? Willard Wright. Because he wanted that thing which looked to be the most valuable. Got it. The dramatic departure of an outsider. Third case solved. Peter Batley, encumbered by his gambling debts, had placed high hopes on his uncle's testament. Upon discovering he had inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will and ordered his servants to take the golden statue from stranger Willard. Suddenly one of the servants burst into flames. Okay. Cool. And then I guess we move on to chapter 2. How many chapters are in this? Like, am I going through this too quickly already? It's fine for me. Is it too loud for you guys? Are you having difficulty hearing my mumbling? 11 chapters. Okay. I can go for a little bit more today then. What we're here now, I can update it a little bit. It was the clicking sounds that were bothering me earlier. Is that better? Hi, Clarissa. Welcome back. Okay. So this is a very interesting game, Clarissa, where you're given these simple scenes and you have to explore them for clues and then infer what's happened by using those clues here. And I did, thank you. I got myself a bowl of spicy kimchi soup with bacon crumble and jalapeno Monterey Jack cheese. It was just instant soup that I spiced up, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So far, just so you're caught up on what's going on, Clarissa, these two were exploring this island, and this guy tried to take more than his share. So this fellow, Albert Cloudsley, I think it's Albert Cloudsley, yeah, pushed him off because he felt betrayed, and he took this golden idol back with him. So now time has passed, and the golden idol ended up in the possession of this fellow, who is Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of Blackfield. And apparently all of this changes game to game, so it's not static. And you can see the idol on the thing here. And with Lord Cloudsley now out of commission, the all of his properties and his will and testament was passed to these people, who were his immediate siblings and descendants. And this guy, who had bad gambling debts, was pissed off that all he got was a book of aphorisms. So in trying to steal the golden idol from the person who it was bequeathed to, who is Willard Wright, he used the magical golden idol's power to cast a combustion spell onto one of these guys, and is about to walk out. And that's as far as we got so far. So we're about to start into chapter 2, and you will get to see the entire process firsthand here. The murder at the Little Mermaid. Alright. So let's look over here. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? Old rusty half of shears. Piece of stale bread. You can lie low for a couple of days in the old oarsman's place down at the docks. Okay. Trapdoor in the ceiling. Empty bed, not warm, so nobody slept in that bed. Picture of a flower. It looks like there's a little bit of blood at the bottom, maybe? The door does not open. Okay, so door is locked. from this side, most likely. This door doesn't open either, so somebody had to escape through this window. He's a guard of some sort. Watchman's lantern. Henry Parker, watchman number 2. Watchman's spear, okay. Shards of glass in the mud. What's on the desk? Washing bowl filled with slightly bloody water. That's interesting. Proud Beast Master. I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10th, and hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to bed, for this has been a long day. May Griffin awake, Proud Beast Initiate. So this is a cult of some sort. Man is not breathing. A walking cane, that's this thing. A ring with a ruby. So everybody with the ruby seems to be part of this cult or secret society, which is the Proud Beast. Yeah, the Proud Beast Society, I guess. Who are beholden to a griffin, I guess? What's up here? Trapdoor in the ceiling. That's fair. See, that's the beauty of it. You get to watch me suffer with thinking and remembering. I'm not sure why the flowers are there. Revenge. RR. See, this is an absolute callback to Sherlock Holmes. Because I remember in one of the novels, there was this silly part where somebody had in blood scratched the word rache on the wall. Like R-A-C-H-E. And the idiot inspector was like, obviously he was scratching the name of the culprit, Rachel, but he ran out of blood before he could finish. And Sherlock Holmes was like, no, you dumbass, Rache is the German word for revenge. And that's really stuck with me for a long time. To my dear Maurice. Watch is ticking. What's this? Okay. That would explain why you wanted me to turn the volume up. Thank you very much, Connor. What does that man have that I lack? A hand of cards, 7 pence, a key, a small sword. Okay. John. He was a perfect gentleman and brought me a drink and then retired upstairs. Annie. Annie, you are like a glass of wine. Your hair is very fine. I will find gold in a mine if that makes you forever mine. Who rhymes mine with mine? Your piglet full of love. Somebody's weird. A stiletto blade. And a key. Okay, hold on. So key and key. Both of these people are staying here. Just deal the next one, it's all luck anyway. Hand of cards. The client leaves the port on the 10th, so today... Deliver it to me immediately with the servant boy. No matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Okay, another key. Dagger. Money. What's on the table here? So these are hands. It looks like AG, WW, and ME. JB and OB, JB and AB. So this person has been here all night. These two changed out after one game, and this person changed out after another. What's this? I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. Navaja folding blade? Okay. And a violin. I'm not sure why his violin is square, but okay. Evan's musical performance on September 9th. Oh, so today is September 9th. Right, okay. Evans. So assuming E is the last name, then Evans should be here and M should be a first? Robert Redruth, escaped convict. This is super creepy. Oh, Green, Briage, Blair. Oh, these are the names. Okay. Green, Briage, and Blair. Briage and Blair are probably these two. Now upstairs, John. Okay, so assuming JB is John, either Briage or Blair, who's been here for a while. I don't know if that means gallons or what GL is as a measurement, but that's not important. I just like to think it's gallons and think that he is really drunk on wine. Oh, maybe glass? That could be glass of wine. And then this guy is the last one to have joined. Okay, and what about here? Dandelion Room is Willard Wright. He's the one that was murdered most likely. Ash Blair is in the Forget-Me-Not room. So that's what these pictures are, is the types of flowers. Okay. So then murdered is Willard Wright. He had it taken from him. This guy out here was Henry Parker. Here. Henry? Henry Parker. Okay. Henry Parker. Okay. Maurice. So who is Maurice? Maurice something. It's an E. Oh, this guy. He's Maurice Evans. I think Evans? Yeah, Amazing Evans. So he must be Maurice Evans, and he gambled that watch away. Maurice Evans. Okay. And then down here, that was the first one, and this was Willard Wright. which means AG is this fellow, like I thought. Not that one. AG. Unless Annie. AG is her, Annie. Okay, so she's Annie. She's been here the longest. Playing all night. So Annie. And then he's John. Yeah. It's like Sudoku, but on a puzzle instead of a single 9x9 board. Because, like, I know that she's Annie, and he's John. I think he's John. Yeah, he must be John. And they're married. So the only difference is... Who's there? Ash Blair. What's this guy's name again? Did it say? No. But he might be Ash Blair? No. Because these two are married. So this guy must be Ash Blair then. The other one in the room. But then the question becomes, who are these? Because he's only been here for one hand or one round, right? JB, OB. Maybe they're not married. Maybe this guy's just... he likes her. Which means... B. If he's Ash Blair... then... Briage. This must be John Briage. And that would make her... Annie Green? I think that's how that worked. Green, Briage, Blair. John Briage, Ash Blair. Because assuming he's been here for 3 rounds, I think, which would be 1 cup each. No. But Annie Green has 4 glasses, right? Yeah. I did on these ones. Okay. Large kitchen knife, partially peeled lemon. Oscar Boynton. Okay. So, Annie Green. We're going to assume that this is John Briage. John Briage. This is Ash Blair. OB. Oh, right. This one would be Willard Wright. ME is Maurice Evans. OB would be this new guy then, Oscar Boynton. So Oscar Boynton played for 1 round. That would probably be him then. Oscar Boynton. But I don't know what this guy's name is. Henry Parker? Nope. I'm trying to get rid of that. John Briage. Oh, right, because Henry Parker was this guy, that's why. What is this guy's name? The owner of the Little Mermaid, which would be this guy. But that's not his name. Ash Blair and Willard Wright are accounted for. Oh! Robert Redruth is this guy that was hidden, that's why. This guy. Robert Redruth. Okay. Which means that you're Oscar Boynton? Gotcha. Okay. I figured some stuff out. Yeah. So, I filled this in. Oscar Boynton. I started filling in the identities too. So, Oscar Boynton. Let me do this first. Hold on. I looked at this guy who I hadn't before. He had a letter on him with his name, Dear Oscar Boynton. He's not actually the owner of the Little Mermaid, it seems. Or maybe he is. I'm not 100% sure on that. And this guy, Robert Redruth, was the one who actually did the murdering. He's hidden out here, and he can't read. He didn't actually stop to play in anything, but I successfully identified everyone now, which means I can start to piece things together with the actual event here. So, if we're looking at it from the start, then Robert Redruth is the murderer who got into Willard Wright's room through the window because it was smashed, while these 3 people, which were... who were they? Oscar Boynton, and JB was John Briage, John Briage, and Annie Green. And Annie Green were playing cards with loud music. And it had to be at least the second one. Oh, so it wouldn't have been Oscar because Oscar's still down here. It would have had to have been this third guy. A.B.? What's his name? Ash Blair. Okay, I gotta fix that. And Ash Blair were playing cards with loud music. And it has to be these 3 because Annie's been here playing all night. John Briage is next to her, so he's downstairs. And Ash Blair is still at the table. But of the people that were already playing, Willard is dead. And this guy, what's his name? Maurice Evans already lost. He's the one playing the music. So it had to be from this time period on. But if he wasn't at the counter and he was playing, then this guy would have been in his room. So it had to be these three playing right now. A fight ensued upstairs, and Willard again, Willard Wright, got stabbed with a... what is it? A rusty half of shears. Shears. No! Oh! What did he get stabbed with then? Because RR is absolutely Robert Redruth. The trapdoors aren't open. It's the window that was broken. Shards of glass, but those weren't even an option. I don't think. This thing? This is his walking cane. So it's just what he had on him. Obviously he's not breathing. Bowl filled with slightly bloody water. Yeah. So if he wasn't stabbed with the shears, what would we have been stabbed with? Hold on. Small sword. Stiletto. Dagger. Navajo folding blade, but it's not bloodied at all. And everybody was down here, so it had to be loud enough. A large kitchen knife. The watchman's spear doesn't have blood on it. Glass isn't even in there. But that is Willard Wright. Which guy? The guy hiding? This one? So he has stale bread and a note. And he's got the rusty half shears. Which is why I thought that it was the shears that actually stabbed him. Annie Green, John Briage, and Ash Blair, right? John Briage, Ash Blair, Annie Green. They're all down there playing cards. He was playing music. The loud music had to have been going. Robert Redruth is the guy, the villain who stabbed him. Oscar Boynton is down here. Hold on. So the guy outside the broken window is the watchman, and he's sounding the alarm over it. He's got a lantern, he's got his alarm rattle, and you can see him spinning it around. He does have a spear, but like obviously it wasn't used if he's calling out that something bad happened, right? There is glass on the ground, but that's because the window was shattered. Oh, hold on. The window was shattered, but that's not blowback. That should be that it was broken from the inside. That's why the glass is outside on the ground. So somebody had to be in here and broken out. Because blowback wouldn't leave this many shards out there. maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Because the trapdoor leads from one section of the ceiling to the other. Both doors are locked. The bowl does have blood in it, yeah. You're right. It does say bowl filled with slightly bloody water. Oh, that's what happened. Robert didn't do it. This guy didn't actually do the killing. Because this door is locked, it doesn't open. This door is locked, it doesn't open. But the trapdoors are there, and this was broken from the inside. Which means it's the guy that was in this room, Ash Blair, who probably went through these open doors, murdered him, then broke the window and left through the window. Maybe. Because this door is locked too. Oh. If this guy did it, then he could have done it while Oscar was playing with them. And then came down after. That would make sense. Okay, so let's roll with that instead. Oscar Boynton was playing cards with them in that second time period. Robert Redruth was not the one. It was Ash. What's his name? Ash Blair. Got into Willard Wright's room through the trap door. While Annie Green, John Briage, and Oscar Boynton were playing cards with loud music. The fight ensued, and Willard Wright got stabbed with a, let's say, a stiletto? I think that's what this is. A dagger. Got it. Fourth case solved, the murder at the Little Mermaid. A man going by the name of Ash Blair crept into Willard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important. But when he opened the music box, it woke Willard up and a fight ensued. In the fracas, Ash stabbed Willard and attempted to frame an escaped convict. I got you. That makes sense. It does. The convict was used as the carrier to run the idol out. Okay, cool. I have been doing this one for about an hour and a half now, though. I think I'm going to call it here on streaming for today, and then we will pick up again tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Friday, I think. Does that work for you guys? Thanks for hanging out, Clarissa. Appreciate you being here, as always. Okay. Waylord, I'm most concerned about your schedule, because you have, like, friends you go out and do things with, you weirdo. So I don't want to be doing this if you're not here. I know you were most excited for me to play it. Yeah. That having been said, don't forget we do still need a new game for the sub and bits goal now. Okay. I'm glad you'll be able to be here tomorrow then, Waylord. I'm kind of leaning towards Riven as the next goal, but if you guys have other suggestions or things that you'd like to see me play, let me know in the Discord, and we can have a vote on it or something to make that the goal. Just so we've got something to work through work towards while we're still playing through Golden Idol. It could even be these ones, because it looks like these are DLCs or expansions. I'm not really sure. Are these part of the same game, Waylord? Or do I have to get those as DLC? Spider of Lanka and the Lemurian Vampire. Okay. So even if you want to make these the goal as well, let me know in the suggestions and we can have a vote on it. But otherwise, thank you very much for today. I appreciate everyone being here. This was a really good day to stream, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Cool. Cool. Where is my... There we go. Stop streaming. I gotta make some new thumbnails.